to the second part of our discussion on food security, and our guest in studio today is Joseph Mugo, who is actually specialized in agronomy, that is issues of crop science. And yes, so Mr. Mugo, what is your opinion about the rising farm inputs to our farmers and the producers?
So I think on the issues of rising cost of farm inputs, one of the factors that is very necessary for us to ensure that we have sufficient food, especially when we talk about quantity, even as we go to the quality of the food. It is when the farmers have the resources to produce that we shall have enough supply of food. So when the cost of the inputs go high, and yet the benefits they are reaping from those products is not equivalent, or the prices at which their products will fetch into the market is not equivalent, then our farmers will not be able to produce the amount that we require. So it is affecting us negatively. And I think if there's something that should be done about that, we should have the prices or the products or the inputs that the farmers require subsidized, so that they can be affordable for the farmers, and then they can produce enough to ensure that we have adequate and that which is available to the reach of everyone. Yeah.
Okay, and so do you think the government is doing enough to ensure that there is no food insecurity?
When it comes to policies from the government, I think they are doing well, because we have establishment of the Vision 2030, which captures about food security. We also have the government main for agenda, which one of them, or the pillars of the government we have, is food security. So they have laid out structures that would help the farmers to be able to produce more. We also have a project like the Garana Kuraru, which is a government initiative to ensure that we produce maize in Kilifi. That will help us to increase on our supply of food, on our production of food. But at the same time, we also have a problem, because as you are aware, there are a lot of people, there are those structures, and we may be hearing about the pillars of the food security. We may be hearing about the Vision 2030. We may be hearing about the project there. But are they being implemented? Maybe that's the question. Or are the people who are at the ground to be able to take up that role, are they sure of the components of those policies? So they're doing well in terms of their policies. The government is doing well in terms of the policies. But depending, example of my case, I've had time to interact with farmers in one of the major grain baskets. That is areas of the Rift Valley, like the Ergo, Marakwet, and also in areas like Eldoret. And in such areas, farmers know there is Vision 2030. Farmers know there is the pillar. One of the pillars of the government is food security. But then they are not really sure what's the component of such. So, on my opinion, I think the people should be made aware of really what is incorporated in such policies. So the government is doing something, but then they can go further to make the people aware of what they are doing.
And so what is the place of the current technological advancements in terms of food security?
I think that's the direction we're headed in terms of all other facets. If we are to talk about education, if we are to talk about the industries we have, if we are to talk about culture, everything is going technology. And when it comes to agriculture, there's a lot of technology that is out there that will really benefit us. Recently, I've had an experience of a farmer who is able to manage his farm using robots. We also have such systems like hydroponics. We have one technology that has been appreciated by the people today, that is use of greenhouse. And that has benefited the people because from a small piece of land, you can produce a lot. So technology is, we are coming up well, and I think it is the way to go. It is the way to go. If we incorporate it, we shall have enough, or we shall ensure food security. Yeah.
What now? Currently the population of Kenya is 60% youths. Are they even aware of food security or food insecurity?
A number of them are aware. I think we have, I can confidently say, a good percentage of our youths are literate today. A good percentage of the youths have the reach of information. Even if they are not specialized, maybe in the areas of agronomy, they are at a place where they can be able to access the knowledge and be able to participate in ensuring food security. And that way, that means the youths are at reach of information. The biggest problem we have is when they opt not to participate in it. And most of them, I think I've mentioned before, they opt for options that will give them quick money. You know, even with the reach of information, that they have a lot of information, they opt to go for that which will give them money fast. So I would say for the youth, yes, they have the information, but they need to be encouraged to get into farming and ensure food security. Yeah.
Okay. And actually, currently we have issues of people found in the semi-arid areas, like the Marsabit people. They're highly food insecure. What are some of the reasons that are contributing to them, specifically that part of the country?
Some of such areas are considered as areas where you have people who are disadvantaged when it comes to access to resources. And that way, they are not able to access education the same way like other areas. They are not able to have like internet where you can learn about the skills to handle different projects in ensuring food security. So some of such disadvantages or which they don't or advantages which they don't enjoy puts them at a place where they are not able to contribute well in ensuring food security. So if resources are extended to them, I think they are still, just like any other Kenyans, they are still at a position of acquiring the knowledge. They are still at a position of being able to handle food security, because such areas are less considered, maybe because of the state of the climate there. You know, the area is dry and the land is considered unproductive. It's very productive. In Israel, where the land is also dry, and other parts that are dry, but still they are able to do irrigation. We also have some parts of Kenya that are dry, but still they do some agriculture. Like we have Machakos, where they still grow fruits and other crops that are tolerant to drought, and they have been able to do well. So I think even in those areas like the northern part of the country, where there is less being done to ensure food security, they have the capacity, but then they need to have the resources extended to ensure that they contribute to food security.
And so what is your final word to the viewers?
So my final word would be that I would really encourage the youths. I'm so happy because there are a number of youths who have taken up the initiative to participate in agriculture. So I would still encourage them the more that it is a beneficial venture to you because you are contributing towards your own financial growth, because in agriculture there is money and you're still contributing to the whole country. You are pushing forward the agenda of ensuring that there is food security. So I would encourage the people, I would encourage the youth, I would encourage the literate to ensure that they participate in ensuring food security. And thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so to our viewer, thank you so much for staying tuned to Champions TV. Until next time, enjoy your evening and participate in promoting food security. Bye.